Hey guys, welcome back to MaxCast on for Unification. Today we finished the coverage of the round of 8 in the UGL Season 2. In the brackets you hear that the last match we will cover will be GabPR versus MrBlueDude. Kobeni versus Profi D I will not cover for reasons I have stated earlier. Looking at these players, GabPR is like the OG PvP player. There is a best player for quite a long time in the early days of my casts, and then stronger players appeared, but he is always in the top regions. And MrBlueDude, in comparison to GabPR, a newer player, but he's also about is around and about also quite a while. Has a bit like me, he prefers like these tinkered out build orders, like these special build orders that nobody else would have think that is good or stuff like that. So he tends to have some cool build orders. In general, in terms of player strengths, I would see GabPR as the stronger player here. If MrBlueDude gets like some cool build orders down, he may get a game win or two, but I think GabPR is the favorite in this one. The draft looks the follows. We have MrBlueDude, MrBlueDude, Bandit Tyranids, Black Templars, and Sisters of Battle, all three of which are GabPR favorite factions. GabPR banning Inari, Fallen Angels, and Renegade Guard, which I think all are also MrBlueDude favorites, but yeah, both players have quite a variety in their factions, so they are not getting hindered as much. MrBlueDude picks Demon Hunters, Blood Angels, Thousand Suns, Night Lords, Harlequins, and Praetorian Guard. I know that he can play Thousand Suns. I not have seen his Night Lords, though I have seen one game with his Night Lords, which I think he won. Harlequins and Demon Hunters are, I know he can play very well. Blood Angels he really likes as well. I do not think I have seen his Praetorian Guard though. GabPR on the other hand, look at these picks. Witch Hunters, Dark Elder, Chaos Demons, Death Guard, Death Core of Creek, and Raven Guard. Raven Guard I'm not completely sure, but all the other 5 picks are stable GabPR. He was in vanilla a Dark Elder main for the most part. In Unification he was or is one of the best Chaos Demon players there is. I know that he has played quite a lot of Death Guard and Death Core of Creek in 7.0, 7.1, 7.2, whatever. So he knows how to play them as well. And Witch Hunters is also one of his go-to factions. The only factions he has not is what MrBlueDude actually banned. Like he really likes Tyranids, Black Templars, and Sisters of Battle as well. Occasionally Imperial Guard, I think, as well. So this is going to be interesting. Pretty nice picks for both players. The first map, as we had before, will be on Fata Morga. And here we are on the sandy regions of Fata Morga. On the northern side, playing Thousand Suns, it is MrBlueDude. On the southern side, playing Witch Hunters, it is GabPR. GabPR goes for the Arbeit, whatever the pronunciation is, opener. You see it, 2 generators, and actually 2 fire support squads after a second power lift. I normally would prefer on this build to get at least 1 or 2 of these shielded lads. They are really cheap and do cap quite a lot and only cost 1 squad cap as well, so pretty good. He goes for the Inquisition drop pod add-on, so goes for the Lady Inquisitor command squad. On the other side we have a more or less, yeah, pretty straightforward warp gate opener with a RuneScribe construct, now going for the Sorcerer Lord. And yeah, MrBlueDude playing some Blue Dude, so that's quite fitting. I'm interested in GabPR's opening these. Ranged Arbeites can be very dangerous with their shotguns. They all have shotguns equipped. I do not really like how the resources are stacking up. Is he going for like a tier 2 rush? But yeah, the Inquisition drop pod costs quite a lot. So I would have liked to have at least one of the shield dudes before, so he have a better capping game. For now his economy will lag behind of MrBlueDude's pretty significantly. And MrBlueDude, let's see, he's normally has, how should I say, tailored down these build orders pretty well, so I would assume he goes for Dark Library soonish as one of these finishes. I think here, or somewhere over here, I would assume a Dark Library. with 1000 Suns with this build you really want to have a quick Dark Library. I mean, he uses it to get the LPs for now. They're standing here for now. Could go to the criticals. He cancelled it for the Dark Library. What is he going? Yeah, Dark Library. Actually cancelled the point to get the Dark Library done. Scouting with the Thrall Wizards, not going for the captures, interestingly enough. And you see that GabPR is quite behind in the capping game because the Repressor add-on also. Okay. I really would have liked to see, as I said, a one of the shielded dude, because look at it, 74 and 12 against 56 and 20, so he is behind in the capping game big time. He needs to upgrade his distance force, which he just does, puts some units inside, and now you have these lads with the plasma gun shooting, and if you put some units inside, they also have an additional shooty bits, like these little white sparks over here, so he cannot engage yet. Dark Library should finish every second now, so he can add some Spiral Sorcerer. He's aggressive with only one squad of Ruby Greens. Normally you would get two actually. And I also haven't seen, because I switched players, what specialization here did go for. Normally you would go for Summoner. There are some smoke grenade launchers which hinder the enemy side range if they hit, which they usually do. And now adding also the Repressor here, getting a pretty hefty tier 1 game. And there comes the summon. He wants to be aggressive with just one squad of Ruby Marines and the summon. Not sure how effective this will be. Yes, now the Sharub and everything getting quite a lot of damage done to these lesser demon spawns. These Sharubs are considered to be good against demons, which you clearly see here. Also the listening post firing in big time. Two power lifts coming in. Now there comes the Repressor here. Repressor can use his charge here. These guys will not be able to dodge easily if he wants to do this. You see that if it goes up there will be flames and stuff. For now he's just standing here shooting, killing more and more of these Rubik Marines, which do not have the Aspiring Sorcerer. No, but they are quite slow indeed. And yeah, you have also the Hospitaler here, keeping all these guys quite healthy. And yeah, what's the plan? Is it a fast tier 2? Heading now, yeah, it's a tier 2 already. Tier 2 for GabPR is not far off. He needs to get 1 point, I guess, and then wait a bit. Without the sister, what is it called? Although, give me a second. So Horita's Convent, or what it is called, it will not be cheap. You need 275 requisition and power. This is basically getting in the way of a very fast tier 2 if you just go for 2 generators. We see more and more Rubik Marines dying, so this is because he only opened with 1 Rubik Marine, which is kind of sad. Aspiring Sorcerer and 1 unit survives here. Okay, that's interesting. But yeah, he can reinforce. He got the armor, the health upgrade. He's now tier 2, and let's see if he immediately goes for some Chosen, or if he immediately goes for some more upgrades and stuff. I'm pretty interested. He has some resources to spare, upgrading some of these points. Upgrading more points. Okay, is he really thinking of holding this like this? I mean, yeah, if these guys move in a bit, they can go here. These guys are standing around because he is microing over there, so some micro mistakes by GabPR for now. But he still makes some space here. He's continually attacking the silver spite, but there comes some Doom Bolts. And yeah, I'm not really sure what MrBlueDude's plan is here. He's upgrading more and more points and just holding it with 1 squad of Rubik Marines and a Sorcerer, which is interesting. He's tier 2, he can, I don't know, he could go for a Occult Forge, there you go, or some Chosen, or I don't know, some more upgrades I guess, for the Rubik Marines. For now he's just standing here eating it, upgrading the second stage of the summoning, I think that is. Yes, could summon now a stronger unit and will do so, will force GabPR back. GabPR however is capturing the points, and this would be the point where one of these shielded dudes would have go a long way in the capping game, because they could be here and would capture these points so quickly. Yeah, this would be very good, because then these lads could continue and help on the fighting over here. And not stay there for like like 2 minutes or whatever it feels like. At least he is now getting tier 2, and the plasma generator needs to focus on the tier 2. No, he goes for a lot of power. So is he going for the lightning fighter transition? Seems like it. But tier 2 is already done for MrBlueDude, and he's also moving in because the defense isn't amazing. I mean, the Spawn is still alive, tackling down this poor baby here, but still is about, will die soonish. Then we have still the Sorcerer Lord over here. This Impose fires away with the plasma guns and the garrison unit, so there's a lot of fire coming into the Sorcerer Lord in particular, because he's taking most of the damage for now. There comes in the warp, space warp time research, so these lads can now disengage in a moment's notice if they so desire, and I think this would be a really good idea to do it right now. Just move out of here. This is a Hellblade. This is a Rhino actually, okay. He plays this infantry kind of game, but only with 1 infantry. Getting now Practicus Coven. Okay, so he's playing this Practicus Coven, but only 1 squad of those Rubik Marines. Still kind of puzzling to me. You would normally get 2 of those. He has still a lot of power, so it depends on what he wants to go. Some more upgrades. Is he getting now the Chosen? No, he gets vehicle, cap increase and stuff like that. We'll try to, we'll now corner these guys over here. They captured the point, which is nice, but there's already the Thrall Wizards coming in over here. The repairs are now trying to find another angle, or is he just going over here to capture? Again, 1 squad of these shield lads. It is so inexpensive, 100 requisition to get those out, to just move about and capture the map. Goes for the Adeptus Sororitas and the vehicle facility. So he's getting lightning fighter jets. Not sure why the Adeptus Sororita Armorium. Maybe some Cherub squad or something like that. There comes in the Practicus Coven. Now you need anti-vehicle. Before the Rhino you can more or less ignore for the most part. But yeah, with this Practicus Coven now out and a Hell Talon, Hellblade also hitting the field, some anti-vehicle would be needed. Would much be needed. The lightning fighter jet can kind of be just that, but the Cherubs are also good against vehicles. I think at least they are good against demons, so this demon summoning should be dealt with. There's the lightning fighter jet, and I think these lads could go for the anti-vehicle armor, which he did. And now comes the Hellblade in range. There was a death stuff on the power lift. Not sure where this comes from. Maybe from the Hellblade. Not sure. Warrior Cherub now being here. And give me a second. Where the vehicles and demons. So exactly what he needs now. The issue is that the Hellblades are really long range. But okay, they're afraid. They can be repaired. So this Hellblade will go down. But in the meantime, they get decaptured this point. Now getting this point and will decapture this point. So the economy game will be way in the way of MrBlueDude again. 116 and 72 against 68 and 60. So really bad. Tier 3 is already on the way for MrBlueDude. So he is like attacking over here, getting ahead, but not overcommitting for now. He is now losing some of these Practicus Coven because the Nephilim jet fighters are really mean. Should now focus on these on the Rhino. There are now some more anti-vehicle rounds falling here. There comes the warp space ability. The central power lift should turn into melee. If he has the microphone, then these lads could not fire. Why am I saying lads? These Rubik Marines, they are not alive actually. There are some now 2 squads of these Cherubs. Some Doom Bolts flying in and the Cherubs shooting like little lasers. Not the best option against infantry, but yeah, you take what you get. How much are they actually to reinforce? 75 and 24. 75 and 25. These are really, really expensive for what they are. Wow. 200 HP each model even. Yeah, so these little babies here, flying babies, are expensive. Jesus. They could really need a price decrease. Maybe. Finally, some Arbeitis melee squads coming in. A little late to the party. Would have been needed like in minute 1 or 2. They could chuck in their grenades to stun these. I'm not sure if they can stun these Practicus Coven as they are considered vehicles. You can at least stun these Rubik Marines. Down goes another Hellblade, I think. Lightning Fighter, Nephilim Jet Fighter is not Lightning Fighter, still around here. There's another squad of Rubik Marines. Yeah, back in the Rhino, I guess. And we have now tier 3 probably done. Yeah, so he's getting now another Rhino, however. Getting another war gear. No, actually tier 3 unit yet. He's actually going for Altar of Siege, so he wants to climb the tech tree big time over here. Wow. He wants to get, I don't know, tier 4 unit. The floating Land Raider thingy, I guess. I think you can also get an upgrade to the Cherubim Choir to be infiltrated, but there's so much detection going on for the Thousand Suns that it would probably not be worth it. Still kinda puzzled by the price, however, of these babies. How much? You can get 6 in a squad, and having a squad of 6 is really expensive. The almost dying. Almost dying. These practice going out Rubik Marines are here to die. I think this is now basically the end to this attack over here. The little miss micro over here. But there comes the Chosen. Altar of Siege is almost there, so he then is tier 3.5. Could go for what I called again Whirlwinds. Could go for Terminators. Could go for, but yeah, he would need the Demon Gate for the other lads. Getting now Infernal Wargate for more special weapons on those lads. But the Altar of Siege is now finished, so I expect some Terminators now coming in. Yeah, Met Cabal Terminators, and there's also the second kind of Terminators you can go for. Yeah, getting the upgrades now. Would like something from the Vehicle Forge. Getting Rhino Smoke Launchers. Okay, this is kind of late, but okay. Better late than never. He's now disengaging. Not sure why you disengage. You have the upper hand here. Maybe he was expecting to be that there is a lot more in these Rhinos. So a little bluff over here. The Nephilim Jet Fighters will basically kill everything you see here. Maybe these Rubik Marines with some upgrades could deal with them, but these Chosen are basically melee except for some bolt pistols. These practice Coven have plasma pistols, I think, so also not the best against aircraft. And yeah, Infernal Wargear is now up. What is he going for? More vehicle cap increase, and yeah, getting now a Predator. Okay, Predator he could have gotten already, but yeah, now he feels like he has the upper hand for it. Getting the Sorcerer back, and there comes the second Met Cabal Terminals. They have the heavy Warp Flamer and the Soul Reaper Cannon, but both requiring the Demon Gate, which he has not. They are pretty good as they are as well. Interestingly enough, he mostly ignores these Nephilim Jet Fighters, which is generally not a good idea. Those lads have the Warp Fire ammunition and stuff, but still. Cherubim Choirs now flying over. Predator is now out. He cannot get the last cannon until tier 4, so he will need to wait a bit. And is there the second Terminator squad on the way? No, Chosen Rubik Marines. Okay, this is also a tier 3 squad that I totally forgot. So those can be pretty good as well. And more Nephilim Jet Fighters coming in here. Yeah, and Predator is something they will be, how should I say, they will take a little longer to deal with. I'm not seeing the Cherubim Choir. Give me a second. Are they infiltrated? They are infiltrated now, so we are sticking to the Witch Hunter side of things. Yeah, I think still the Nephilim Jet Fighters are unchallenged for the most part. These Chosen Rubik Marines do not have special weapons. They are just generally really nice model, but also really good, a better base weapon basically, having some anti-vehicles capabilities in a sense a bit as well. And yeah, second squad of Terminators would be probably idea, or a second Rhino if he Predator if he has the resources for it. Yeah, not getting a lot done, however. Is he getting tier 3? I haven't seen it. He's now, as I said, getting tier 3. Tier 3 would be good because you then can get the heavy weapon ladies. How are they called? Retributors? Retributor squad? I think it's called like it. Oh, my camera is kind of flipping out here. Shows me, look, they are really tanky and stuff, but yeah, they are 4 Nephilim Jetfighters and some babies, so he really needs to take down an economy here. Take down this, take down the other economy, some generators and stuff like that. He will probably not be able to decap here, or can they decap? They can decap, okay. That's nice. Getting the Occult Forge is an idea. Okay, we see, yeah, if enough fire is taken, they will go down. And there comes the Predator, so the one trying to kill the Occult Forge, but now they all, yeah, if they all focus down the Predator, it will go down. We'll lose another Nephilim Jetfighter in the process, but I think it is worth it. Not sure. Are they good against vehicles? Not in particular. Yeah, a lot of power you have to put into them. But they can focus down, yeah, and in the conjunction with the Hellblade, I think they can take down these Nephilim Jetfighters. And I think GabPR should retreat now. You cannot lose these Nephilim Jetfighters. You could pepper these units a bit with the Cherubim Choir, especially the Hellblade, but in general you should try to avoid this fight over here. Now I have an Immolator actually. Immolator is a tier 2 vehicle, I think, not a tier 3. Immolator is good against infantry, but there are no morale to be taken down. And yeah, the Chosen actually did go for a counter attack over here, flaming down the siege spawn, so that's something to do. And wow, actually just the bolter pistols of these Chosen have taken down the Nephilim Jetfighters before they actually lose morale with the Loud Hailer Immolator. So the Loud Hailer also decreases enemy morale. So you have these flamer weapons that decrease morale, and then also the Loud Hailer. Now having the Adeptus Sororitas Convent Military, which now can, I don't know, I think the Retributors, Repentia actually going for, okay. I think Retributors would also go a long way here. Having the Multi-Melters, not sure about the Multi-Melters over here. There's not a lot of vehicles against in his way, maybe he is expecting some. The Lady Inquisitor is still rocking about with the Sister Hospitaller and the Warrior Cherubim. And Jesus Christ, this game, it goes for ages here. Everybody just playing not, how should I say, a lot of units all go for like tech heavy builds, and nobody really taking the enemy down. The economy kind of restores 96 and 57 against 134 and 82, so MrBlueDude all the time with the better economy. There's now the Castigator. Look at this awesome unit, having flamers at all sides and also Stormbolter at the top. Can it get some weapons? I think it can get the Multi-Melter instead of the flamer. So yeah, Multi-Melter, I'm not sure if you really want. Whoa, 100. So these things are expensive. Witch Hunters in general seem to be very expensive, as I see it here. There's finally a Whirlwind, and the Whirlwind is very accurate for these siege followers. Where does it fire? Fires to this side. Yeah, immediately, directly hitting, really liking the blue animation over here. The very first game I ever cast, we had a Whirlwind in the middle of the map dealing massive damage all over the all the time. Now these need to go away. Lord Hailer is actually not working against him. Or what does the Lord Hailers do exactly? I think they are reduce morale, right? Chosen over here actually just gunning down the opponents with the Sorcerer Lord in the middle. I think with all these Sorcerer upgrades, these are very tanky. 10k HP and stuff like that. Flamers, Multi-Melters and everything. But these are the Scarab Occult Terminators can get also Warp Stormbolt ammunition, which is basically anti-vehicle ammunition. So if you allow them to stay a bit, they have all anti-vehicle ammunition. And with these economy advantage, I would assume to see a tier 4 maybe, but yeah, not for now. Second Castigator now coming in, having like a lot of flamers here against these Chosen, so they will break eventually, but will deal a hell of a lot. Look at the damage against the Castigator, Jesus Christ, these are just bolt pistols. And a lot of flames just staying in the middle of the flames, finally losing morale, but a little too late. These Thrive Wizards actually going for the cap here, so wow. And yeah, they now need to run away. The economy for GabPR, especially the requisition cap, lies in shambles. What is he going for? Now the Exalted Dreadnought. Where are the what do you call the Repentia go? I totally Missed it. Here comes the Lady Dreadnought over here. Witch Hunter Dreadnought. Could go for Plasma Cannons actually. Wow, but in tier 4. So there you go. For now, going into melee against these Terminators. Not sure if she will actually win against those. On the other side we have an attack of Cherubim trying to do some damage. Whirlwind attacking this Castigator over here, which is also getting attacked by these Chosen over there. So there you go. Okay, she actually holds her own pretty well in this fight over here, not taking a whole lot of damage. And yeah, killing a few of these very expensive units. These, yeah, the Castigator will go down. He has a lot of power. I think just some more of these flyers would have been also not bad. But we kind of see now the game turn against GabPR. Yes, he has this Cherubim squad over here. I think the Supreme Sorcerer could go over there and detect them. But yeah, the Lady Inquisitor is still out and about, reinforcing the squad, staying healthy all the time. But there's some, why is he getting knocked back actually? Okay, there's, there you go. And tier 4 is done, and there's the trophy Graph Raider, and I think if GabPR sees it, he will concede because he has no real way dealing with a tier 4 vehicle. He is not tier 4 of his own. He's getting, what is he getting now? Exorcist Priorius to get some artillery support of his own. But yeah, there's a big floaty Land Raider coming for him. Yeah, but he's not being able to get this point actually, so there you go. A lot of economy is lost, and a lot of power he still has, but not a lot of requisition, and this is the problem. I'm not sure if he actually got the requisition upgrade at some point. Would have been pretty good, but there was a lot going on. Cherubim's still here. They killed, what was over here actually? Not much actually, and now it comes the Silver Spire. There's some chosen Rubik Marines with the favorite Sorcerer. They could probably detect those. What is it? Ah, this was the special rounds of this, I think. Yeah, for now, just coming in more and more artillery. But yeah, just sitting here with the relic unit and tanking everything, where the Terminators in the back doing their job, and also the chosen. And yeah, we have a pretty high tier army here. This is the special ability of the Chosen, having this kind of sanctuary kind of blob thingy that gives some defensive bonuses for everyone inside. But yeah, this Dreadnought goes just inside of this blob and attacks, but yeah, she will go down momentarily. Finally some Retributor squads over here. They are the heavy weapon teams. They can get multi-melders as well for anti-vehicle. I would have thought to see them even more. Multi-melders is actually tier 4. Okay, this is interesting. But there are a lot of tech requirements for those sisters, I have to say, interestingly enough. Second squad of another Castigator coming in. He cannot get multi-melders, so this is kind of sad. The Castigator can get multi-melders, but for quite a hefty price. There comes in these Terminators with the warp space ability, and yeah, there's GG. Quite the epic game, I have to say. Economy wise, it was all in MrBlueDude's favor basically for the whole game from the start, as he has captured the map quite fast and easily. Yeah, as I said in the beginning, one squad of those shielded Arbites would have gone a long way, but GabPR with the 3 or 4 Nephilim jet fighters making a big push, but then struggling to get back on his feet once he lost basically everything over here. I would have thought that pulling them back and just keeping them alive while you get some new units around to support them, so you have quite a large army to fight the opponent, would be a good idea. But yeah, hindsight 2020, very high tier army for MrBlueDude all the way. Played it very risky with only one Rubik Marine in the early game. People can punish that normally if they want or can. But yeah, very nice game, very long first game. Wow. And MrBlueDude takes it, so he goes ahead, and it was not one of these kind of cheesy strats. It was like a straightforward game where he, I wouldn't say dominate, but yeah, got a deserved victory out of GabPR. So this is maybe some signs to come, I don't know. But yeah, let's before we talk more and more, let's jump into the second game. And here we are on the second map, which is Blood River on the southern side, playing Harlequins. We have MrBlueDude. On the northern side, playing Death Guard. We have GabPR. GabPR goes for 3 cultists into a generator, so he goes for a Nurgle cultist rush, it looks like. Yeah, going all the way to the opponent, whereas MrBlueDude goes for one of my favorite build orders, which is the mime spam, going for 4 mimes and getting the armor upgrade immediately from the Temple of the Laughing God. Normally you would get it immediately now. Third company, so yeah, he could go for grenade launchers later on. He should really get these the armor upgrade here. Getting the master mimes for now. Has not the power for this, but has clicked the power ability at least once. And yeah, he believes in the master mimes in over the armor upgrade actually. So we have some yeah stinky dudes against some masked dude. So interesting. These Harlequins can also kind of fight into melee if they need to, but they excel in ranged with their pistols that can deal a lot of morale damage. And this is a slugfest, and I think, yeah, as one squad of Nurgle cultists already has lost morale, they kinda lose this, but it depends if these Feculent Gnormor gets up. This can turn pretty quickly, as it provides a lot of bonuses for the cultists over here, getting their, I think, their little HP regeneration aura, and also like the damage aura for the mimes around it. So they have a little fallback position over here. Very low eco game, obviously. 2 points for MrBlueDude and no point yet. Yeah, getting the first point for GabPR. So again, the economy will be in favor of MrBlueDude. I would assume GabPR has now 32 and 10, and we have 38 and 8. 26, as it's not built yet. 32 and 10 it will be in a second. He could actually go and try to upgrade this point, as he has a lot of power. So this build, again, one of these all-in knee rushes where you get a generator. Kind of reminds me of the game of Custom King, where he did go for the scout rush on this very map against Imperial Fists and floated so much power because he got the generator and didn't use it. So not sure about the generator. Maybe skipping it for another squad of cultists, or even 2. I could almost get 2 squads of cultists for the amount this generator costs. Now getting again in with these cultists, the Feculent Gnormor is still alive, nowhere near getting the replication, basically, where they multiply. But yeah, there's one squad more of Harlequins than there is cultists. So, and there's also an aura around the HQ of the Harlequins, where you do not want to fight, reducing the speed and accuracy of the units around. So this is not the best position. Now also having the holosuit, so they will miss a lot of squads. So this engagement over here going in was not the right choice after all. Lost morale on all his squads, and now the Harlequins can just kill model after model after model, and then if these fall back, they can even try to kill the Feculent Gnormor, which regenerates quite a lot. Wow, didn't know it regenerates that fast. But yeah, now having the 5th squad of Harlequins, and just look at this sparkling blob over here. This is crazy. Some go into melee, but most shooting here, and I think, yeah, even with the regeneration aura of the Feculent Gnormor, they will not win this fight, especially as he is probably economy-wise behind. One squad actually ignoring the fighting, capturing the point. This is how confident MrBlueDude is here. So he will get more and more ahead in economy. These cultists now all dying. The Feculent Gnormor dies as well. So this has been the push. GabPR has basically all int kind of. And yeah, quickly looking at the economy now that this is a mob down. Yeah, floating like now almost 400 power. So again, one of these builds where the generator is a mistake. You better would have used this Poxwalker Slave to immediately walk over and maybe build a Feculent Gnormor over here to have something to fall back on, and maybe multiply later down the line. and also get another cultist squad. If you go for one, if you want to go for this all-in kind of place, you do not need a generator. You only want to have the requisition to do as much as you can. So yeah, a little slip up, or how should I say, miscalculation in the build order. Maybe he was thinking to inflict more damage and not needing a lot of requisition, and then using the requisition to upgrade his listening post. I mean, you could go for like not as much all in, so like the last engagement he could have maybe just skipped and would go around the map and capture, and then upgraded his points as he had so much power, so he could go ahead in the economy quite a bit. As you see, he is now already overtaken MrBlueDude with just a few upgrades over here, so this could be something. But yeah, it's hard to judge in the second how the best approach would be, so you can't really blame GabPR for this, but this now turns more and more against him. He has like no units now. The first cultist squad is out again. He has not even a barracks, but he has now 3 upgraded listening posts, and listening posts for Death Guard are still pretty mean. They are not having like the big AoE attack they still have, but they take quite a lot of morale damage as well as normal damage. There comes the second squad of cultists now out, and they are trying to force melee to help this point over here, which is just regenerating on its own. Interesting. There's not a Poxwalker repairing it. It just regenerates quite a bit as well, so that's nice. But yeah, getting a lot of damage and getting now both relics. Okay, getting one relic, starting to get another one. 92 and 10, so the economy isn't as bad. 92 and 10, yeah, it's actually ahead, but he's actually tier 2 already. MrBlueDude is, and there you see the mimes integrated now. Yeah, he sees tier 2, and now GabPR calls GG. If there wasn't like the tier advantage, he maybe has something to fight for. But with this now against infiltrated mimes, which also can get fusion blasters, fusion guns to take down the listening posts and buildings, yeah, pretty undetected basically. They can fire from outside the detection range of strategic points. So this was kind of a build order victory for MrBlueDude. GabPR sleeping up with the generator over here and some overcommitment. Yeah, some good like luring in GabPR in this HQ area over here and stuff. So the build order was a bit better for MrBlueDude, and the execution overall as well, which is very interesting. So MrBlueDude has stepped up his game quite a bit, as he basically having 2 deserved wins against GabPR already, which I'm quite frank here, which I did not expect going into the series. So this is going to be interesting. Will he flattening GabPR with a 3-0, or will GabPR fight back a bit? We will see in the next game. And here we are in the third map, in the Tranquility's End, in the Southern Side, playing Demon Hunter's Inquisition. We have MrBlueDude. On the northern side, playing Dark Elder, we have GabPR. GabPR goes for a Hall of Blood opener, but only 1 Mandrake? What is this nonsense over here? You would only go for 1 Mandrake if you go for Dark Foundry as well. This ought to be a mistake already. Build order mistake. Only 1 squad of Mandrakes is a mistake. You only go 1 squad of Mandrakes if you go for Dark Foundry opener, because you're lacking so much income. You always want to have 2 Mandrakes. Not liking what I see here, I have to say. On the other side, we have more or less a standard. Yeah, getting 2 stormtroopers into bodyguards and a generator, having 3 squads, getting then also the advanced weaponry. So this is kind of infantry based opener. You can then add at some point the Lord Inquisitor if you want to, but also add a third Inquisitor stormtrooper if you want. And a Monker's Lab. Okay, this is a build I haven't seen ever. Looks really dodgy to me. You have only 2 squads of infantry now. This cannot be a good build order. You only have 2 squads. Dark Elder normally also always struggle to have low squads, and then an Archon. This is not a good build order. Do not try this at home. Having just 2 units, he cannot cap the map and nothing. He cannot fight either, because he has only 2 units. He also cannot get his listing post because he's lacking the economy for it. So this overall, why do you go for the Homunculus Lab this early? You could go for a second warrior and then add it later on the line if you want to get the Silverites and stuff. But having this now this early, minute 2 in the game, is too early. You spend 200 requisition, 100 power, which you could use for another squad another squad of warriors. If you like, I mean, you can go one Mandrake if you then at least build 2 to 3 warriors. But like this is just horrible in terms of economy and fighting and everything basically. You're trading so much for this little. I mean, he didn't use his Homunculus Lab at all. It's just sitting here. Now getting the Homunculus. Okay, this is a dual hero opener or what? But yeah, he didn't go for the Warrior Silverite. He didn't go for one of the upgrades yet. It's only for the Homunculus. So yeah, this is the double hero opener for Dark Eldar, we all know. Sorry, but this is, yeah, you will see it probably fail horribly in a second because he has only 62 and 10 against already 68 and 10. But having like 3 squads, he will get his Radic and not on the outer side yet. He is trying to fight this. Where is the... Okay, he's... What is he going for actually? Nothing yet. Does he have the advanced weaponry? I hope so. I would like to see some grenades flying in. Without grenades you do not want to fight. There's the Warrior Silverite with the grenades and stuff. You really want to have some grenades over here. Not sure actually. Oh, this is why. I'm getting another very early tier here. So not sure if he senses it what is coming in, but the early tier can be dicey. Now that there is a Homunculus out, could use the pain, what is it called? Yeah, the torture amp, and being a nuisance over here. The Archon has the stun ability, which can be used to kill one of these squads, and he will lose at some point this Imperial Icon if he stays around this area and attacks it. But for now, the Imperial Icon dealing a lot of damage against these expensive units over here. The Mandrakes and the Archon now focusing down, which is the right move. But yeah, some advanced weaponry would have gone a long way. Yes, he would have delayed your tier 2 by a bit, but still, like, imagine like 3 grenades in this very low HP warriors and low HP Mandrakes over here. Now the Mandrake still focusing down the Imperial Icon, getting a lot of damage done in return. The Homunculus trying to occupy one of the squads, but these Stormtroopers just shooting and shooting and shooting. The Architect comes in. Will the Architect be able to repair? This will be very close, but not be able to. The Archon actually, what should I say, got their Incubi, his Incubus squads with him, which are very good against vehicles and buildings as well. They're basically dealing the same damage against everything. Now getting some Chimera, so he goes for a delayed tier 2 rush, basically having some infantry with the tier 2 rush. The tier 2 rush would have been a minute and a half earlier, something about that, but also would be very in danger against early harassment, which there was not really getting any. So maybe a hard tier 2 rush would have been even the better build order, but as you cannot see and not scout very easily in Dawn of War, it's more of a little gamble over here. But yeah, this Chimeras, the only unit that is kind of decent against Chimeras are these Incubi and maybe the Warrior Silverite. I mean, if you go for a Dark Foundry, you have this Shredder Rifle, which could also deal some damage, but in overall, these Chimeras will be more or less unchallenged. Here you go 2 Chimeras into a Rhino maybe, and then get some more vehicle cap increase. You could also opt to get out of this tech build order mech, I would say, like this vehicle build order into Grey Knights if you want to, but will need some time. Running away some Stormtroopers from the Homunculus, quite a Benny Hill moment over here. I like how MrBlueDude is getting the buildings immediately up again. There's actually now the Dark Foundry. He's not getting tier 2, he's getting the Dark Foundry. He's doubling down on the warriors. with the shredder rifles, I think. Killing now the stormtroopers over here, which are unupgraded, and yeah, getting a lot of damage dealt. Yeah, not sure if he got the upgrade over here, which was the special weapons on the commanders. I think he did. Yeah, look at the weapon over here. They have now splinter rifles, shredder rifles, splinter cannons, whatever. These advanced commander range weapons will do also some damage against these vehicles. Dark Foundry is about to finish. He could, if he has the income, add another warrior. If he goes for this, there's only 2 warriors. You can go get and should get a 3rd one with this, I think. I could add a shredder rifles or dark matter blasters, I think. Dark Foundry not finished yet, still takes so long. Some smoke launchers even being used now. And yeah, a little misplay in capturing this point over here, I think. Getting more and more units, and yeah, he should go for the shredder rifles now. Not sure, I do not think he will go for like something in the lines of... here you see the damage against vehicles actually there with the weapon upgrade, so he's a tier behind but still fighting well. I think if he, MrBlueDude that is, waits a bit for some more Chimeras to accumulate, like 3 or 4, 4 is the, no, 5, what is the limit? 6 I think. Okay, you see this little thingy, so he had a second vehicle cap increase, which increases also the health of these Chimeras. Actually getting visual for it as well. Visual. There's some dark matter blasters fighting, shooting in. 1. You see the damage is quite well, but it also deals friendly fire, I think. Yeah, look at it go. You do not want to have the the homunculus in melee. Get away, you will die. Okay, you will not, as these warriors just absolutely got minced here. Wow. This is why this build order is not good anymore with these dark matter blasters and stuff normally. Because these warriors just die too easily and it's too expensive to get. But yeah, it can work in situations, but yeah. Basically losing all the units now. GabPR is getting maybe 1 Chimera in return or 2. But I think this, yeah, doesn't look good. More and more Chimeras coming in. He could afford up to 5 with the current caps he has. If you go for another upgrade, you can also then add the rhinos, which also have the hunter killer missile ability, which gives you some artillery kind of versatility. And yeah, coming in now with one with flamer I like, because then you have some anti-morale stuff going on as well, which can be useful. Okay, actually going for 2 flamers. I want to have a quick look how good the flamers are. Okay, they are pretty cheap, so maybe this could be a good option. Maybe I should opt to get this in my play as well. Dark Foundry not getting anything. Tier 2 is on the way, so some venoms with heat lances could also be an idea. Getting more and more coming. Now adding the rhinos. Does he have the? He has the 3rd upgrade. So now he has the rhinos with the hunter killer missile ability as well. And they're really cheap. Also having their auto repair. If you are quickly not fighting, they can repair them for free, basically, just sitting there for a bit. 2nd rhino now coming. Actually, the 3rd one already. You can get up to 4, and I think he goes for all 4. Yes, he does. So going for the very optimized composition, like 5. Is it 5 Chimeras, right? Yeah, 5 Chimeras and 4 rhinos. Normally I could go for 3, but he goes for even more. Dark matter blasters now accumulated over here, but you see the damage against these warriors is just too much Chimeras in one spot on the map. So yeah, this is GabPR going down 3-0 against MrBlueDude. Never would have expected to see this. There's now the radar, but there's some hunter killer missiles, I think, on his way. Are they shooting? I want to see a hunter killer missile. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Do it for me. Ah, come on. You could also now opt to tech out of this. If you go for the Grey Knight Grey Knight teleporter, that is, then you would be able to get some infantry follow-up if the opponent goes for Scorches, for example. Scorches can more or less I wouldn't say completely countered, but countered quite good. So you could go for the Grey Knight teleporter and get some Grey Knight strike squads, which would counter basically everything that counters your vehicles. So you would be up in the counter game. But yeah, GabPR calls it. This is now a 3-0 for MrBlueDude. Wow, I'm really impressed by the performance of MrBlueDude. Going for some risks in the early game. We have seen it in the South Science game and also here. He did go for some risks. Getting a rather quick tier 2 and not a prolonged tier 1 with like advanced weaponry and stuff. I think advanced weaponry would still have helped him a bit, but he was like not getting the hard tier 2 rush, which has a lot of weaknesses in itself, going for like a hybrid kind of build. And yeah, the GabPR not having like the best build orders. You could see it like throughout the game. We saw it in the Witch Hunters in the first game, where he didn't go for the melee support squad for some more map control. We saw it in the second game, where he did go for a generator, which would have been better invested in more cultists. And we saw it already also over here with a very wonky tier 1 build, tier 1.5 build with, yeah, which I overall didn't like. I mean, I kind of saw how the homunculus can deal a lot of damage and stuff, but only having 2 actually fighting and capping squads, and the second one being actually dead late from the Hall of Blood is an issue. It's a real issue. And you saw the economy game, the map control game in general was all in favor for MrBlueDude. I mean, he gave it up because he didn't invest it in his infantry and got tier 2. But yeah, if you have more map presence with Dark Elder, you could have punished his tier 2 greed kinda a little bit more. But yeah, as usual, hindsight 2020, well played by both players. MrBlueDude will now advance in the round of 4, where he will meet Kobini, and GabPR will drop down to the losers bracket. As usual guys, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye!